So it's Friday, it's time for the midweek end of week vlog. To keep it short and sharp, tell you what I've been up to, how this Stevenage Marathon training's been going. So it's week 6, Monday, just because I've still got a few little niggles going on. Well, I probably haven't talked about Sunday night's run. Sunday night was an 8 miler. It's the best run I've had in 3 years. I'm not saying the miles flew by, but really low heart rate, wasn't difficult, just really nice run. You know when you get one of those runs, it's just perfect. Really good run. Not fast, 11-minute miling maybe, just under, but really low heart rate, no effort all the way around, beautiful. Monday, decided to take a rest day. I could have probably ran, but with the little niggles that I've got going on, thought I'd err on the side of caution and rest. So that meant Tuesday, I went to the run club. I'll insert a little Strava flyby of it. It was 6 times 1k, and it's on an undulating trail sort of path. So the kilometre route was hillier, more uphill, and then the kilometre back was more downhill, if that makes sense. So I held them together, did really well, happy with that. Wednesday, I can't even remember, that's normally a rest day, so it must have been a rest day. And then on Thursday, I did a ladder session with the club. I'll insert some footage of that now. Basically the ladder was 5 minutes out, 90-second recovery, 5 minutes back. Sort of just about ran a kilometre for those 5 minutes. 4 minutes out, 80 seconds recovery, 4 minutes back, 80 seconds recovery, 3 minutes out, less recovery, can't remember what it was, 3 minutes back, recovery, 2 minutes out, less recovery, 2 minutes back. You get the idea of ladder. Really nice run, probably pushed it a bit too hard. I wasn't planning to do it that hard, but just felt good, so kept pushing on. Today, I'm doing my long run. It's Friday, but I'm doing my 10-mile long run. I need to actually get running, so I'm going to keep this really short. I'm doing one of my favourite routes. It's the Jacko Legs route. I'll talk about Jacko Legs while I'm running along to try and keep that heart rate down, and explain a bit more about Jacko Legs and who he is. So I'm very much more used to doing this trail in the depths of winter. Normally come up here when it's really muddy. Don't often do it in the summer, albeit it's really nice in the summer. Look at the views to the left. Try and do that without falling over. But doing it at the end of the summer means most of the trails are quite overgrown. Actually, I should have put long socks on. So, Jacko Legs then, as I said earlier, he's Stevenage's answer to Robin Hood. Back a few centuries ago, I'm guessing, I don't actually know when, but apparently the local bakers used to charge an extortionate amount of money for their goods. So much money the poor couldn't afford to eat. So Jack, a local giant, took matters into his own hands. And what he'd do is he'd sit on a hill. When he saw the bakers sort of travelling to disperse their goods, he'd take their goods, he'd distribute them to the poor so they could go without being hungry. Obviously, the local lawmakers didn't like this, so they sought to catch Jack the Giant, and they did. When they captured him, they sentenced him to death. But what they allowed him to do was fire an arrow from a bow. And that's where he would be buried. So from just north of Stevenage, he fired this bow, landed a little village, a little hamlet called Weston, which is probably about 3 miles, 2.5 miles, 3 miles from Stevenage. So works out quite handy for me. His grave is in a churchyard in Weston, and that's approximately 5 miles from my house. So when I need to do a 10-mile run, it's a nice little round circle for me to head up with some beautiful views, some off-road trail, and a visit up to Jack Legs' grave. And when we get to the grave, there's 2 stones. One marks where his head is, one marks where his feet is. Here we are at Western Church, and on the right hand side the 2 stones for Jacko legs. And then the hardest part of this run is actually working out. There's like 6 footpaths out of this church, and it's working out which one I'm meant to be on. So let's try doing a hard left and head down this one. And we'll just watch to see what the Garmin says. Hey squirrel. Squirrel's looking a bit livelier than me. So we're actually on the Hertfordshire way, which is a very big route all the way around Hertfordshire. And now we've picked up the stoop, the Stevenage outer orbital path. So picking up a few different trails today. Legs are feeling it. Unfortunately, I think bar the odd minor little speed bump, it's all downhill from here. I presume he's just landed rather than just about to take off. So 3/4 of a mile to go, and unfortunately a bit of a drag of a hill, but see if we can get up it. Alright, so there we go, 10 miles in the bag, Friday night. Reason for doing a long run on Friday, there's a couple of reasons really at the start of the week, and then a third one's developed today. So first reason number one was someone I used to work with. They're doing their 250th park run this Saturday, and so I was going to go and do park run with them. That's not going to happen. They blame me for getting into running and getting into park run, so they felt that I should go along and enjoy a coffee with them after they did their 250th, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. And that's the reason that's happened today, is I'm trying to get Oasis tickets, and we've missed out on the pre-sale. So I'm going to be on with the rest of the world at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning trying to get tickets. But the third reason, a bit more practical, is I'm doing the local aquathon. It's called Duck and Dash. I'm doing that on Sunday, so I'm not treating it that seriously. It's just a fun day out. I'll try and go for a good time. I've got a time from last year when I wasn't particularly fit, so I'm hoping I'm in a bit better shape than I was last year. We'll see how things pan out. But basically what I didn't want to do was do 10 miles Saturday night and then try and do that on Sunday, because it just, you know, be a bit silly to try and run hard after doing 10 miles. So you know, I think basically probably not going to get a chance to do a run tomorrow because of the pre-sale and other things that are happening. So I think that's me probably done until the Duck and Dash aquathon, unless something miraculous happens with Oasis tickets and pre-sale tonight. But fingers crossed. Let's go see Oasis.